XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. We had this move, but for the XRP, we didn't get a really good movement similar in compared to the XRP as ETH and the Bitcoin. All right. Now, want to see what's the next. Whether we can look for the flag of correction for continuation, or this is the part of this correction in relative to what we have here, and may we get the next drop before we take the next trade. By the way, if anyone get the trade, they should know how to manage it to look for the next trade setup. Right now, I'm looking at this. Okay. By the way, we start with higher time frame, and if we start with a weekly chart, first of all, we are, I mean, this lines is indicative. We are not using the lines to look for the trade setup. And based on weekly, we are even daily chart, we are looking for this correction. Any opportunity for buy from there, we will take it. This is what we have been looking for. All right. That's mean even if in my last analysis we discussed about that. And even if we move to daily chart, we mentioned we're looking at this correction. We mentioned if we get any opportunity for buy, we will take it. And as a short term, we have been looking for 63 following by 72 cents. Then we want to see whether the price can break this soon, whether we can look for continuation or not. Anyway, the question was whether this is the only flat and this is the start of the up move, or we have to wait the price break the previous low before we take the next trade, because we discussed about the different type of the flat. And I mentioned the best if the price could break before we take the next trade. But it doesn't mean we have to wait for that option. That's why we mentioned if we get any opportunity for buy within this range, we will take it. Then we want to see whether the price can break the top of this correction or not. Okay. By the way, today there was not really good reversal. Okay. And for me, I didn't get the good opportunity or trade setup. And still we're looking for buy. And even if we move to forward chart, the only question is, as I mentioned, based on 1 hour chart, whether we look for the flag or deeper correction based on 1 hour chart before we take the next trade, or we can expect this one to give us one more drop before we take the next trade. Because in that case, we need to be aware about this possibility as an internal flat before we take the next trade. If this one happened, the next drop, mostly we can see the breakout of the lowest price of this correction. That's why we can look at this chart differently. That's why if anyone wants to look for buy from here, they need to be quite careful. The best option is either we get one more drop before we take the next trade. Technically, we are talking about the technical analysis, or the price sharply break based on lower time frame. We look for the next flag before we take the next trade. Okay, this is the best option. But if anyone wants to look for buy from here, if we get the flag or deeper correction, then we have to see the continuation as a sharp move, and we want the price sharply tag the top of this correction. All right. By the way, at this point, we don't have any trade setup. And what I'm looking for at this point, it doesn't mean we cannot look for trade setup. Okay. And at this point, I'm looking at this. Any opportunity for buy, also we can take it. Having entry above here can be an option. And what we want is price sharply tag, break, and continue the price tag. We see there is no continuation within the first 2 hours. We should take out the trade. But from what I can see here, if there is a continuation similar to what we had here, I don't think having a entry above this can be a really good option. That's why it's very risky. Okay, that's why I mentioned either we get the next drop before we take the next trade, or we see the breakout flag, we take the trade. Okay. By the way, again, it depends on the strategy the traders they're looking for or they're using. And if I move to daily chart, all right, as what I explained earlier, I'm looking for this correction. Any opportunity for buy, I will take it. And this is the targets I'm looking for. All right. Now, either we get the next drop or the price continue from here. But the best option is if we get one more drop. But if the rest of the coins, the market continue to move, we see the continuation, mostly the price can continue from here. Then any opportunity for buy within this range, at the first stage, based on lower time frame, 1 hour chart, we consider as a short term. If there is a breakout of the top of this correction, this is the targets based on daily chart we can look for. And in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.